How about Sunrise? How about Sunrise?
Failure!
Let's do this.
Go!
Megaman X4.
What am I fighting for?
Welcome to the Defeationist. I got something I gotta get off my chest before we get into the episode. So, many of you are wondering, hey, why did you change up your channel like the way you did? And I like to thank, to be completely honest, the completionist himself, Gerard. You may not ever see this, you may never see this, could be years before he finally sees this, but he did inspire me, and one day, it would be great if our channels could clash one day, but yeah. And then there's Event Status, which one of the greatest YouTubers I've ever seen that doesn't have as much support as like a high-end channel, but one of, if not the greatest I've ever seen in my life. And no one can tell me otherwise, can say like, hey, Event Status kind of suck. I'll be like, nah, bro. It's one of the greatest YouTubers of all time, bar none, because he's realistic, he's real, and he gives you an honest opinion. A lot of people just give you crap, you know what I mean? But yeah, those are two of the inspirations that I, keep close to my chest. Hell, Event helped me start my YouTube channel because he inspired me, because he said one thing to somebody on one of his videos. He was just like, make your own, because he was talking somebody was talking trash about him, and a whole long process. Sorry, my dog is in the way of my filming. I'm gonna put that Pokeball over there. Of course, I'm editing this. But yeah, at the end of the day, I would like to say I would like to thank Event Status. I'd like to thank the completionist. No, even Aqualung Game Reviews. I've been watching that man for years. Jesus. Aqualung Game Reviews has just been consistently entertaining to me. There's so many of these, and like I said, I just wanted to take inspiration off the internet, kind of alter my channel. And now it is something I'm actually having fun with on YouTube. I really don't care about making money off YouTube, but just care about, hey, let's just have fun. But back on track. Welcome to the Defeationist of Megaman X4, where I'm mainly going to show more footage of the X playthrough and not the Zero playthrough, because I don't know, the Zero playthrough got a little corrupted, so it got a little annoying. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just move further from there. Hope you enjoy.
Ah yes, Megaman X4. Where do I begin with this? This is one of those games that I've played so much as a child and when I was younger, so I've decided to give it a brief replay. Of course, to a lot of people it's the best Mega Man X that ever existed. For me, it is not the best Mega Man that's ever existed. That title goes to, you know what? You'll find out what I think the best Mega Man X game is, and it's not 3 right now. So we begin this time years or so after X3, with X and Zero defeating Kaiser Sigma. You start off with either X or Zero as they put a stop to an obviously planned attack by, I'm gonna just go ahead and say, a group of rebels known as the Repo Force, led by Colonel and the General. Colonel happens to be in the area as the Sky Lagoon crashes into the city and the Repliforce get blamed. X or Zero asks Colonel to come with them, which kind of doesn't make any sense because you have to think about it for a second, but I guess they don't. He refuses to leave while being warned that they will be branded as Mavericks. General decides to leave and announce his desires for independence from the humans that made them, and announce that they will be leaving to create a utopia. But, unlike the Mavericks, they do not wish to harm humans. Even so, a war breaks out between the Repliforce and the Maverick Hunters, who have been labeled as Mavericks. And of course, we have the face all 8 Mavericks like usual, and as he laughs from behind the scene and watches the whole incident unfold, you see a guy in the hood, which I'm pretty positive you all know who it is at this point. Seriously, he doesn't die till 8. The controls are a little loose. In fact, it feels like Megaman 8's, but movement is fast and fluid. There's even one stage where speed is the name of the game. Some backgrounds are amazing. I particularly like the air stage from Storm Owl. The sprites does look a little silly in this game, especially if the stage looks a little 3D. Yes, because some of the animations are over bubbly, stiff, or animated nicely. Zero's ponytail is done pretty well though, you know, if anybody was ever wondering. The music stood out for me. Doubles and irises are the best examples, although I will admit a lot of the other tunes are appropriate for an X game. I don't really recommend it as one of the better soundtracks in their discography. I do recommend other games like X, which has more memorable tracks than any other Mega Man game, and for me it's 5 and there's 8 that has better soundtracks. But the voice acting though, God why? X voice is bad, especially when in gameplay. He sounds like he's on the verge of crying and dying at the same time. Zero's voice is decent, but he also says yeah every time when climbing a wall. And he has one of the most unintentionally funny moments in all of Mega Man games history, or any games that came out on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, but the game plays exceptionally well, and Zero's moves are a nice innovation. However, most of the elements of this game seems to be taken from Mega Man 8 and just reworked to fit X and Zero respectively. In this game, you choose to play as either X or Zero, only at the beginning though, and are stuck with the character throughout the game. And you are stuck with that character throughout the entire game. Each character has a different storyline, but neither appears in the other's game. And although the stages themselves remain the same for both paths, each character's unique skills alter the way you play. X is his usual rip riding, tough riding self, you know, with the Buster. He gets the shiny new armor in this game, which is cool. He gets multiple shots and he gets to choose between 4 charge shots and 1 big shot, which is the plasma one. And Zero loses his Buster, but he can now only use the Saber. And the Saber does take some time getting used to, but what he lacks in range, he makes up in a powerful Saber attack. Zero is a lot of fun to play, and you will feel like a badass playing the game as Zero rather than X. The two paths may have many similarities yet some differences, mainly cutscenes, but you both accept hearts and sub-tanks, and a new weapon tank. The only thing is Zero can't get armor in this game. So, you go into space and get through a cool boss with Double and an annoying boss with Zero. But the most epic scene of all of Mega Man X and this series comes through.
Iris!
Zero,
Hang in there, Iris.
please, stay away from Repliforce. Let's live together in a world where only Reploids exist.
Iris, there's no world just for Reploid. It's only a fantasy.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to believe it. I wanted to live in a world where only Reploids exist with you.
Iris! 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 Ah! No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What am I fighting for?
And after getting through the rest of the levels, of course you go through the boss refights as usual. It is revealed that, oh my god, it's Sigma, and he survived the Kaiser Sigma boss fight, which leads to an actual good final boss. What do you know? First you fight Reaper Sigma, which only fire can hurt, and it's really easy not to get hurt during this boss fight. And then he finally ditches the Edge. He becomes 2000's Edge. Sigma will leap and throw his scythe in a circle. His scythe can hit the wall or the floor. Then Sigma uses laser attack. This fight has good pacing and can be both hard to navigate and easy to learn. The next form is one of my favorite bosses in Megaman X4. You got Gunner Sigma and Earth Sigma with his sick ass music. And they actually count as two separate forms. And they have their own energy meter. And he has 3 colored heads. Red for fire, blue for ice, and yellow for lightning, which are both for stepping stones and to annoy you. Your targets are the 2 Sigma forms, because destroying the heads does not do damage to the energy meters and they will be right back, so don't bother. Earth Sigma. Zero has more of a struggle with this fight simply because he has to stand close to him, while X can fire from more of a distance, but it blows you toward the spikes in the wall and it will toss debris at you. Gunner Sigma. Aim for the head and the torso area. The pixel hitbox is better than Mega Man X3. Like his namesake, he does fire his gun, and he fires it in 2 different ways, so be careful. And for Zero, again, you have to be more creative with trying to defeat him. With X, you can just easily climb his head and fire away. During the battle, he will constantly cycle between Gunner Sigma and Earth Sigma with the heads doing various different things. I just thought about it. Earth Sigma sounds like a band, while Gunner Sigma sounds like a rapper. Wow, I wonder what that would look like. Once you take out one of the Sigmas, the other Sigma will be more prominent with more of the heads doing a lot more stuff, and it will get a little bit more hectic, so you have to take out both the Sigmas to win the game. The endings don't quite have as much plot holes as the rest of the game, mostly because they don't really say much at all. There are of course 2 endings depending on whether you use 0 or X. Both endings seem to tie into each other in a curious manner. However, both endings involve the character flying away from an exploding spaceport, final weapon is what it's called, in a small escape pod. In X's ending, X ponders whether he will turn Maverick, and over the comlink he begs Zero to destroy him should this ever happen. This is the only place where one of the 2 characters is shown on the other's plotline. In Zero's ending, it's just himself wondering how many Reploids he will end up destroying before this whole thing is over. As you can see, both of these endings seem to indicate that Zero will destroy X. Defeat the game.
You're the worst. So this is a solid defeat the game for me, you know. It is a fantastic game, and it is a good, it's a really good game. No, I can read it. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. I genuinely had fun with this one. It was really fun playing it again. And now moving on, of course I got 5, 6, 7, and 8 to do for the X series, and the X series still being my favorite in the Mega Man franchise, except for, you know, the bad apples inside of the X series, which is 6 and 7. But you know, it's a whole lot of, we'll get there when we get to it, you know what I mean? But of course the next few games, hopefully I get a chance to entertain you, and I'm probably going to do the first RPG on this channel. You'll see, because RPGs take a lot longer to play and beat. Those are probably not going to be the highest ranking thing here, because they definitely still take the longest, you know. And I don't want to be sitting here for the rest of my life trying to beat RPGs, because I'll be here for a while. A lot of people did want to see me do Final Fantasy, and that's going to take a while before I even get started on something like that. And then there's Time and Eternity. Oh my god. Just get out of here, man. Why are you still here? It looks like that's the episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, all of the links and stuff for channels, all that good stuff is in the bio. Hope you guys enjoyed the channel. Like I said, we are almost done. This is what? 12? Jesus Christ. 13? No, this is 12. Jesus, this is episode 12. Wow. Out of 300, I'm almost done. But like I said, you guys enjoy. You have a good one. I'll see you in the next Defeationist episode.